This was the winter of 1997 and 98. It was the last time a strong El Niño pounded the region with a series of storms. 18 inches of rain deluged downtown San Diego. The Cuyamaca Mountains received 54 inches, Ramona 31 inches, Escondido 28. In all, the county's rainfall averaged 188% of normal, triggering floods, mud flows, and mayhem. Now, San Diego is bracing for a repeat event. Dan Cahan is a climate researcher with Scripps Institution of Oceanography.
This El Nino looks really robust and it's strong.
As strong as the event in the late 90s, the latest report from the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration shows water temperatures in the equatorial Pacific Ocean are nearly 4 degrees above normal, well within the strong category. The condition is expected to strengthen and could play havoc on weather systems across the globe. Cahan says El Niño's wrath this fall and winter in San Diego could once again lead to flooding and mud flows.
Several of the large El Niños, not all of them, storminess was more frequent and in some cases more intense.
4 years of severe drought have left hillsides parched, the ground rock hard. Cahan says an inundation of rain could cause problems.
If you get a large event where there's a lot of rain in a short amount of time, then that water's got to go somewhere.
Like the 8 inches that dumped in San Diego during February of 1998, flooding streets, rivers, and low-lying areas. Then there's mud flows. Cahan says it would likely take several rain events for the soil to reach saturation.
It's when we get that near saturation condition and we generate lots of runoff, usually during intense rainfall. That's when we get a lot of damage.
Cahan says ocean coastal erosion is another major concern, especially if storms coincide with high tides. That's what happened during the strong El Niño in January 1983. Many locations along the coast reached their highest sea levels on record.
That's because we had, first of all, high astronomical tides. We had an El Niño effect, which tends to elevate the water levels along this coast between 6 and 12 inches above its normal stand. And then we had big storms, large waves.
The large wind waves destroyed dozens of restaurants, homes, and other structures.
That winter, we lost the pier here at Scripps.
Damage across the state that winter in 1983 topped $1 billion. Cahan says coastal damage during the 1998 El Niño was less severe.
In 98, we had equally active storms during that winter, but we kind of dodged a bullet because those storms happened not to coincide with the highest tides.
Emergency officials are hoping to dodge another bullet with the coming El Niño. Still, they're preparing for the worst.
It's a very interesting time. Here at the Office of Emergency Services, we are planning all at once for drought, for flooding, and for fire.
Holly Crawford is director of San Diego County's Office of Emergency Services. She's been meeting regularly with emergency officials and leaders across the county to plan for El Niño and its potential disasters.
Our areas of concern are definitely the recent fire burn areas, as well as residents who live near streams, residents who live on any type of sloped property, again with dead vegetation.
Part of her planning includes a public outreach campaign to inform people how to stay safe. She says it's essential that people know their flood risk and to take action now to prevent runoff from reaching their homes.
And the county is making sandbags available at no cost at 9 different locations for residents who live in the unincorporated area. And if you don't live in the unincorporated area, check with your local city's Department of Public Works to see what's available to you.
Crawford says during an emergency, communication is key. People can follow Ready San Diego on Facebook and Twitter.
You also want to make sure that you register your mobile phone with Alert San Diego. That's the county's mass notification system.
El Niño-fueled rains could begin falling in San Diego as early as next month, though researchers caution the conditions are unpredictable and there's no guarantee. Susan Murphy, KPBS News.